Hello, bee people. Today we started and brought all our equipment over here. I'm going to show you what we're doing. So we're basically laying out everything that we need because I think Saturday we went through here and wrote a little note to ourselves that says add a box and sell a queen. So I know you probably can't see that one, but it's double. So there's a queen in the front and the back. So we'll sell the queen, the beautiful queens, and then the other one will just absorb that whole box, and then they'll get a second box on them. So these we decided to use the 5 frames. A lot of them will be just the double mating boxes. Take a look in here. So yes, I'm smoking my eyes because I do want to push them down. I'm not going to inspect them. So here you go. We still have apple bar in here. Apple guard would drive them out. So you can see a nice nest of bees. We can sit here and wait for them to come up since I drove them down with the smoke. So they're coming back up. You can see it. So you saw us setting up with the 5 framers. These bees don't care that the frames are changing. I know people seem to worry about that for some reason. We've done this every which way and it doesn't matter. So here again we use Mylar. I think it's called thermal something. This is going to go on like this. The little flap is going to go this way. Now we have found out that if you have hive beetle issues, if you do this and the flap is up, you'll find all the hive beetles right here under there because the bees have chased them up and the bees can't get between the lid and here. They'll actually start sealing it up. So you come along, you take the lid off, you see them and you crush them. So there's something you might want to think about. I've thought about this, just putting the Mylar on, not really the feeding, and cutting and making a little flap. And maybe you could put the Swiffer sheet up here so when the beetles come up to get away from the bees, they're stuck in the Swiffer sheet. It's just a thought. I've never tried it. So we generally put this on and then come in here and get that with your finger. If you try to do it the other way, it ends up moving. And then it's not on here correctly. Now we don't want to lose track of our queen. And you remember, virgin, laying, and this was 7-1. This was queen right. So that's something that we'll need to do. Come on in here and go 7-1. It was queen right. And then I'm going to put added box. That way next year we know what happened here. Is to actually get another style lid for the winter. That's it, other than put this on backwards. I want to put the syrup on. I want to put it to where the volume of the bucket is downhill. So we're tilting downhill. That way, if I did it the other way and we've got a little leak on our syrup, it would flood the hive. We don't want that. It doesn't happen very often, but once in a while. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but we put this third box on here. They're up in it. It's pretty much all pulled comb. We are going to add a box to it. And the reason we're going to add a box to it, we're going to try to get this hive to pull us more comb. And I'm not sure if you can see that hive. Hopefully you can. It's out of control. So, hey man, here comes a tractor with extra parts. And so this one's going to get a feeding shim also. We may be able to fill this up and put it on a hive that needs some help. Hey, have a nice day. Get in your hives. Depending on where you're living, they may need a little bit of syrup to help them get through winter. This is an unusual situation. It's not normal. I realize that we manage these completely different than we manage our regular production hives. So what's going to happen is these will be the brood I need to put back in the mating boxes next year to start them off with a virgin queen. These 5-frame boxes are going to be, this queen has moved up. They're in the bottom, right where I want them. And they'll move up and then lay up their brood in the 5-frame box by spring. And it's a perfect little box of bees to start a hive with. We're going to set them out in the fields, throw them in 8 or 10-frame boxes of whatever we have, give them some foundation, and maybe put a super on top of that they can pull for us. No comb, just give them foundation, and whatever we get, we get. If we get pull comb, that's really what we're after. If we get 30 or 40 pounds of honey, that's even better. And then we're basically doing that to grow them. Maybe we'll sell them in May. But if we can get some honey out of them and some pull comb, everybody knows pull comb, that's it. So we're going to do the fancy watch. I haven't figured out how to make it stay on the app I want it to, if everybody knows that. So I just have to go to the camera app. Daughter showed me how to do this. Get in your hive. And then